trumpet lightly against the window, creating a steady rhythm that echoed the nuisance in Jungkook chair. He sat cross-legged on the small couch, staring at the water running down the glass as if it could wash away the tension that had been building for weeks. The apartment felt different now, quieter, emptier. Even the hum of the refrigerator sudden harsh like it was intruding on the silence he needed. It hadn't always been like this. Not long ago, the space had been full of life. Winner would hum softly while cooking. Jungkook would seek taste of the food before it was done, and they would test each other over silly things on TV. Those were ordinary moments, the kind that usually go unnoticed by now. They untethered him. Every laugh, every tear seems like a reminder of something he had lost. Jungkook pulled his knees closer to his chest. He could still feel him move on. The front door cracked open and Jungkook's heart escaped. Minho stumbled inside, his jacket down from the rain, his moss hair in his forehead. There was a faint smell of linger around him, stable but unmistakable. Jungkook, you are late. Minho hand frozen made motions as he kicked off his shoes. He looked down as if he had just realized he was being watched. Minho, yeah, I lost track of time. Sorry. Jungkook didn't say anything. He didn't need to. He could tell something was wrong just by looking at him. Minho's eyes flickered with guilt and the easy confidence that he usually carry here seems flickered. Jungkook, were you with your friend again? Minho, yeah, just some after work, nothing serious. Jungkook nodded, but instant he felt a excuse of uneasy, nothing serious. It wasn't just the drinking, it was the distance that had been growing between them. Sometimes avoiding meeting his guests, and that little lies that had started slipping from his lips. He wanted to believe him, he really did, but he didn't. The next morning, Jungkook woke up early as usual. The apartment was quiet. Minho was still asleep across their bed. Jungkook padded softly into the kitchen, intending to make breakfast. He reached for Minho's phone that had been left on the counter. It buzzed with a notification. Sometimes avoiding meeting his guests and he hesitated. Normally he wouldn't touch it, but there was a pit of his stomach, a sense that he needed to know, even if it hurt. The message was from an unknown number. Last night was fun. Hope you are not too hangover. Jungkook with gosh. He read it again, hoping his eyes were playing trick on him, but no, it was real. His hand trembled as he held the phone as if it were a live word. The words burned themselves into his mind. He placed the phone down carefully and walked into the bedroom, his footstep quiet but determined. Jungkook, wake up, we need to talk. Minho stripping sleepily. Minho, what's wrong? It's too early. Jungkook pulled out the phone. Jungkook, explain this. Minho's eyes widened as he saw the message. He sat up, running a hand through his hair. Minho, Jungkook, it's not. I didn't mean. Jungkook quiet but firmly. So, it's true. Minho looked down, swelling her, struggling to find words. Minho, I was drunk. I didn't even know what I was doing. I swear. It meant nothing. You are the one I love. You are the one I want. Please, don't let this ruin us. Jungkook, do you think saying you were drunk make it hurt less? You were not just her, Minho. You spent the night. Do you know what that does to me? Minnesota Slam defeated Mino. It was a mistake. I didn't even remember half of it. Please give me another chance. I'll prove it to you. Jungkook felt tears pick at his eyes. His chest tightened painfully. Jungkook, love doesn't break. Trust me, no. Love doesn't make me feel like this. I can't stay with you. Minu had reached for him instantly. Minu, please don't do this. We can fix it. I'll do anything. Jungkook stepped back, shaking his head. Jungkook, it's too late. You made your choice. I can't pretending nothing happened. For days, the apartment was heavy with silence. They passed each other in the halls, exchanged brief, distant greetings, but avoiding meaningful conversation. It's hurt more than Jungkook expected. The quiet, the shared space between the warmth that one exceeded. Minho tried to talk, apology, make gesture, but Jungkook only saw the empty words. Sometimes late at night, Jungkook would lie awake and remember the women who would settle beds of his food, the way he laughed at dumb jokes, the time they had just held each other in silence, those memories made the heartbreak sting sharper. 6 months passed slowly. Jungkook had adjusted to the quiet, the absence of laughter, the gentle edge in his chest. He went to work, cooked his meal, and tried to focus on himself. Minno stayed in the apartment too, but now they exist in separate wards. Two people under the same roof, connected only by habit and history. Then one cold afternoon, Jungkook returned home with a grocery bag in hand. The streets were still damp from a morning gazelle, and the air smelled faintly of wet sand and fresh rain. As he approached the apartment building, he noticed someone standing near the entrance. A young man, tall and with dark hair and a warm, open expression. He carried a suitcase behind him. The man looked at Jungkook and smiled politely. Hello, you must be Jungkook, right? Jungkook blinked slightly, started. Jungkook, yes, and you are? Taehoon, I am Taehoon, Minho's younger brother. I just came back from studying abroad. I'll be stay here for a while. Jungkook studied him, taking in the and the difference. He had the familiar speak of Minnoish, but a softer, gentler presence for some reason. The sight of him stirred something unexpected, a curiosity, a warmth that haven't been in the apartment for months. Jungkook quietly, I see. Oh, welcome. Taehyung smiled widened. Taehyung, thank you. I hope I'm not intruding. I just needed a place to stay after graduation, and Mino said it would be okay. Jungkook nodded, still processing Something about this moment felt like the beginning of something new. Thought he could yet put words to it. The rain had stopped, the street under the soft sunlight breaking through the clouds, and for the first time in a long while, Shankar felt a faint spark of hope. The apartment smelled faintly of rain and wet earth. The freshness from the dredging outside. Jungkook set his grocery bag down by the counter, trying to steady his racing thoughts. He could feel the young presence nearby watching him, and it made his chest tighten in a way he hadn't expected. Jungkook, do you want me to help you with your suitcase? Oh, if it's not too much trouble, that would be great. Jungkook walked over and lifted the slightly heavier bag, noticing how natural Taehoong's voice sounded, calm, polite, but with a stable warmth. He carried the suitcase into the spare room, a room that had been Minno's before the breakup. Jungkook didn't say anything as Taehoong set it down, but inside he felt a mix of curiosity and then I hope it's okay that I just move in. I didn't want to impose. Jungkook, it's fine. And the room's empty away. You can settle in. Hyung smiled a little sleeplessly. Thanks. I really appreciate it. It's been a long flight. Jungkook nodded. Suddenly aware of the silence that stretched between them. Neither of them wanted to speak too much, but neither wanted the quiet or feel uncomfortable. Jungkook gesturing towards the kitchen. Do you want something to drink? Tea or water? Tea would be great. Thanks. As Jungkook moved to boil the water, he felt the apartment shifted stably. Taehoong's presence was not heavy, but it was noticeable. It wasn't like the tension with Minho, the freshness that clung to the air after the betrayal. This felt different, lighter, tentative. After a few minutes, Jungkook returned with 2 cups of tea. They sat across from each other at the small kitchen table, steam curling from the mug. I didn't realize Minno's apartment would be this cozy. It's nice. Jungkook, it was comfortable for him and me. I guess thought it's been quiet for a while. The title he said, you live here with him? Jungkook hesitated, taking a slow sip of drink. Jungkook, yeah, we were together for a while. It ended that. Taehoong's expression softened. Taehoong, I see. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Jungkook, it's okay. It's been months now. I am moving on, I guess. There was a pause. Neither of them spoke, but the silence felt comfortable, listening of tension. Jungkook realized he was curious about Taehoong, even thought he barely knew him. Something in the way he carried himself, the calm in his voice, drew Jungkook's attention in a way he didn't fully understood. Over the next few days, Tiang settled into the apartment. He was polite, quiet, and careful not to intrude. He helped with the small chores, sometimes asked questions about the neighborhood, and always greeted Jungkook in the morning with a soft smile. Jungkook found himself watching him more than he intended. The way Taehoon folded his clothes neatly, the way he hummed quietly while unpacking, the gentle way he moved around the apartment, it was smoothing almost. One evening, Jungkook returned home to find Taehoon sitting on the couch reading a book. Jungkook, you are shocked. Did you get caught in the rain? Taehoon chuckled softly. Yeah, I don't think it would rain this hard. It's a refreshing thought. I like the sound. I used to like rain too. Before everything got complicated, titled his head. Complicated? Jungkook looking down as he said, relationship, people, life. Jungkook nodded thoughtfully. I get that life isn't simple, but maybe new beginning can be quiet, soft, not rushed. Jungkook felt a warmth spread in his chest. The word gentle, careful, and it responded deep inside him. Over the next few weeks, their conversation grew in a stable way. They shared meals, sometimes talking about trivial things like favorite food or music, sometimes remaining silent, comfortable each other's presence. Jungkook noticed how Taehyung always remembered little details. How he liked his tea slightly sweet. How he always hummed while cooking. The way he slightly when he was deep in thoughts. Jungkook felt something he hadn't in months, a quiet happiness, and it is that didn't come with tension or pain. But every time he felt it, a small voice in the back of his mind reminded him of the past, of Minho, of her breath. He was not ready to escape these feelings, not fully. One evening, as they were cleaning the kitchen together, Taehyung had brushes Jungkook while reaching for a cup. Neither pulled away immediately. For a brief moment their eyes met, and something unspoken passed between them, a hint of curiosity, of longing, of possibilities. They hung softly. I'm glad I'm here, even if just for now. Jungkook quietly, me too. The words were simple, but they carried weight. Jungkook realized he wanted to hang around, even if he didn't fully understand why. The next morning, Jungkook woke up to the faint sound of someone humming in the kitchen, the smell of toast, and they drifted towards the bedroom, warm and inviting. He rubbed his eyes and scratched, suddenly aware of how quiet the apartment usually was before Thang arrived. Curious, he peered softly towards the kitchen. Jungkook, you are up early? Thang smiled without looking up from the stove. I couldn't sleep, thought I made breakfast. Jungkook leaning against the doorframe, watching him moving around the kitchen with careful precision. The hung hand walked quickly but gently, flipping toast and pouring tea. The simple domesticity of made it Jungkook chest tightened in an unfamiliar way. Image. that wasn't sad but soft and warm. Jungkook, you cook well. Taehyung, I've had a lot of practice living alone. Makes you learn fast. Jungkook laughed quietly, shaking his head. Jungkook, I've been living alone too, but somehow I didn't think I could. Taehyung, it's not hard. You just focus on one thing at a time. Life is like that sometimes. Jungkook slightly thinking about the past 6 months with Minho, focus one thing at a time. Maybe he had been rushing, or maybe he had been holding on too tightly to something that was already gone. They ate together quietly, sipping tea, sharing bites of toast. The silence was not uncomfortable, it was companionable, like a soft blanket wrapped around them. Jungkook realized how rare this feeling was, how unusual it was to be with someone who didn't pressure him, who simply existed in the same space and made it easier to breathe. Later that afternoon, Jungkook found Taehyung sitting on the balcony, sketchbook in hand. The sunlight thought the curtains on focused expression. Jungkook hesitated at the doorframe, not wanting to disturb him. Jungkook, what are you drawing? Jungkook looked up, started for a moment, then smiled. Just things I could see around me, the apartment, the trees outside. Sometimes people, Jungkook people, they hung slightly teasing. Well, some people are interesting to draw. Jungkook felt his heart skip lightly. He was not sure if the comment was intentionally, but there was a warmth in Taehyung's gaze that made him uneasy and excited at the same time. Jungkook, interesting, huh? Taehyung, yes, in a quiet, careful way, nothing dramatic. Jungkook sat down on the balcony floor, leaning back against the wall. Jungkook softly, you've been a lot of help around here. Taehyung looking up, smiled faintly. I like helping, make me feel useful. Jungkook, you don't need to be useful to be important. Taehyung playing catch of God. His smile softened, and for a moment Jungkook thought he saw something like flicker his eyes. Then important. Jungkook looked down. Yeah, just for me, I guess. You made this place easier to be in. One evening after finishing dinner, they sat together on the balcony, sipping tea and watching the city light twinkle in distance. Then it's strange. I didn't expect to feel this at home here with you. Jungkook quietly, neither did I. They sat in silence for a while, listening to the faint hum of the city or occasional car passing by, the distant laughter of someone walking home. Jungkook felt the edge in his chest, the longing, the fear, the hope, all at once. They hung softly. I'm glad I came back. I think I was meant to be here, at least for now. Jungkook had done. He wanted to say something, anything, but the world stuck in his throat. Instead, he simply nodded, feeling the closeness, the warmth, the pull between them. And in that quiet moment, under the soft glow of city light, Jungkook realized that this slow, born intuitive connection was becoming something he couldn't ignore. Taehyung's head sat on the counter. Jungkook was sitting at the kitchen table, stirring the tea while leaning against the counter, flipping a book of sketch he had brought from school. You never saw my question about music. I asked yesterday, what's your favorite song right now? Jungkook without looking up. I don't know, maybe the one you hummed at last night. Rise and April and a smirk. Oh really? You are pretending to ignore me, but secretly paying attention? Jungkook looked up, cheeks warming. Jungkook, I'm not pretending. I just notice things. Teaching careful, notice things can be dangerous. You might started liking someone. Jungkook choked on his teeth, slightly catching, and then laughed a soft, warm sound that made Jungkook's chest flutter. Later that afternoon, they sat on the balcony with Steve watching the sunlight simmer on the distant building. Jungkook felt a strange, nervous energy. He wanted to say something, but the words seemed to stick in his throat. You've been quiet today, thinking about something. Jungkook finding with his glass. Maybe I am just thinking about feelings. Curious feeling. What kind? Jungkook avoided his gaze, looking out at the city. Jungkook, the complicated kind, the scary kind. The ones you can't easily put into words. Taekook softly leaning closer. Maybe the scary kind are the most honest. Sometimes the things that make us nervous are the things worth feeling. Jungkook's heart thundered. He wanted to take Taekook's hand, but he hesitated, scared of his own emotions. Yet when Taekook reached out first, his finger brushing Jungkook gladly, something inside him shifted. Jungkook whispering, why do you always make things so easy and complicated at the same time? Taekook smiled softly. Maybe I just wanted you to notice me. One evening, Taekook rested his head against Jungkook's shoulders while watching a movie, and Jungkook felt a warmth he couldn't ignore. He wanted to move away, but found himself leaning in slightly hard, warming. Jungkook spent long moments wrestling with his feet. The quiet from Minho's part still lingered. But it was over. Minho had moved on, and now he had Taekook's care, presence, kind, and somehow making him feel alive again. One quiet night after they had finished cleaning the kitchen together, they sat side by side on the couch. Taekook nudged Jungkook gently. Taekook, you know, we've been together here for weeks, and I still get nervous when I am around you. Jungkook nervously, I feel the same. I don't know why. Taekook tattled his head, studying Jungkook with soft eyes. Maybe it's because we are finally honest with ourselves, because I like you more than I thought I could. Jungkook gestured and his shallow heart leaning slightly closer. Jungkook, I think I like you too, more than I should. Wouldn't. Then we are even. Jungkook laughed softly hard, and in a shared moment of courage, they leaning towards each other, met in a gentle, full of weeks and anticipation, quite longer, and the promise of something new. Then they pull back, forehead resting together. Jungkook whispering, Jungkook, you too. The world felt impossible, quiet and warm in that moment, as if time had paused just them. The next morning, Taekook spoke to Minho directly. Minho, I wanted to tell you. Jungkook and I We are together now. I love him and I didn't want you to hear it from anyone else. Minho nodded slowly, a small, understanding smile forming. Minho, I see. I can accept that you make him happy. That's all I wanted for him. Tehang, thank you for understanding Minho. Take care of him. He importance, Tehang. I will. I promise. Jungkook and Taehyung spent the rest of the day together, wandering through the neighborhood, sharing ice cream and teasing each other over small, silly things. Their hand brushed over, and this time Jungkook didn't pull away his legs. He with finger with Taehyung, a small but meaningful gesture as the sun began to set. They understand to be apartment sitting side by side on balcony. Taehyung rested his head on Jungkook's shoulders again, and Jungkook wrapped an arm around her, smiled softly. Jungkook, I never thought I could feel this happy again. Taehyung, me neither, but I'm glad. We found each other. They leaned in for another soft selling their promise and feeling below them, but all Jungkook could see was Taehyung for the first time in a long while everything felt right and true.